Camera check. Camera rolling. Sound check. Sound rolling. Broadcast check. Action.
Hello, I'm Carl Taylor. Welcome to my studio for another episode of Photography Rants. Now, talking of photography rants, we didn't actually have much of a rant last time, but I am going to have one today, I can assure you, because after last episode, a couple of the comments that were coming in about gear and the usual, which camera shall I get, which lens should I get, and you know, I get it. I understand you want to make the best purchase. You want to find the best thing. But let's touch on this for a minute, okay? First of all, you are nowhere near as good as you think you are, okay? Nowhere near, not even close to it. I'm not as good as I think I am, okay? Even after 20 plus years in doing photography, my photography actually, I think, only really improved about 10 years ago when I discovered the magic secret. But you guys, you're all freaking out about D8 this, D7, D9, Canon 5 this, that and the other, and you just don't get it. You don't get it. You are missing the biggest trick of all, okay? Let's go to my screen, please, Ben. This photograph that you can see on screen now, one of my favorites. I shot this in 1991. 1991, okay? Most of you weren't even born. How old am I? How old am I? 48. I'm 48 years old, okay? So I've been doing this for a long time. That photo was taken on this camera, a Canon F1 film camera. That's right, film. It uses film that goes in there like that, and so an SLR camera, just like this type of camera here, except this is digital and this is film. Now I shot that picture, let's go back to that picture. I shot that picture on film, and then that film has been scanned and then digitized so that we can now obviously show it in a digital format. Now while we're there, let's have a look at some of these. I also shot that one on the same camera, that one on the same camera, that one on the same camera, and many of these other pictures of my older photojournalism shots. I mean, these ones here, this is from 1994. This is another favorite of mine, really love this one, 1994. And the quality and the clarity and the picture quality, it's all there. Everything you need for a good photo is there. From this camera that costs $200 on eBay now. $200. And all I get is, which camera should I get? Should I get the D8? Should I get this? Should I get the 5D Mark III? Should I get the 6D? Should I get the 7D? Buy what the hell you like, okay? I really couldn't give a crap, okay? The most important thing is what you do with the knowledge, what you do with the photography. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say right now, you're going, well, look at that Hasselblad set next to you. Why do you use that Hasselblad, okay? It's about business efficiency. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Let's finish this talk first, okay? I use a 5D Mark III. I've used a 5D Mark III for years, or for whatever. I had the Mark II before. I'm going to come back to why I use that, okay? The fact of the matter is, can you take a decent picture on another camera that's less expensive? And the answer is yes, you can. The problem is, so many, and it's not all of you, okay, it's not all of you, but so many of you are fixated on needing the latest tech, the latest bit of gear, thinking it's going to solve your woeful picture taking skills, because it's not, okay? Because I could go out with this camera, and because of what I know in here, I could deliver the same level of quality of results that I can on this camera. I just can't do it as efficiently. One, because it's not digital, so I can't see the image instantly. Two, because I can only get 36 shots on a roll of film. Three, because I have to wait to get the film processed, etc., etc. But that will not stop me turning out the quality of result. It won't stop me turning out the same quality of picture. This is a manual focus lens. I used manual focus cameras for 15 years. I still focus manually on my cameras at the moment. And yet everyone's worried about 64 focus points or 27 focus zones and 3 in the corner and 1 on the left and 1 on the right and 1 at the top, 1 in the middle. And does it have simultaneous bifocus, eye correction, whatever crap? I have no idea. I don't even pay any attention to any of that stuff. So when people say to me, which camera should I buy? I have no idea. And I don't even care. All right? I do not care. The only thing that actually you should be considering is the lens. This bit is probably the most important part that you stick on this. So get a full frame 35mm camera of any make, any brand, any format. I don't care. Spend your money on the lenses. That's where the difference is going to be. As a matter of fact, when I was shooting photojournalism back on a camera like this, that's the thing I concentrated on, was the lenses. And now, these old FD lenses, right, which are nowhere near as good as even some of the cheaper lenses today, these still delivered these pictures. You know, these pictures that we're talking about here, they were delivered on these old FD lenses, and they were perfectly capable of producing the results. So stop going on about the gear and get out and start shooting and start thinking like a photographer. Start thinking about what it is to make a great picture, what it is to tell a story, what it is to create images through careful composition, careful understanding of light, careful understanding of depicting emotion, okay? That's what's going to get you a great picture, not nerding it around, pixel peeping and chimping at your camera and getting freaked out with gear envy. That's never going to make you a good picture, okay? So now let's move on to all the people that are going, oh, but you've got a 5D Mark III and you've got a Hasselblad. Okay, right, I have got a 5D Mark III, okay? But as I explained to you, I shot on much lower cameras that are still perfectly capable today. Why do I have a 5D Mark III? Because I'm a professional photographer. I have to deliver a job. Now, most of you that follow us, I guess, are not professional photographers. You are not having to work as efficiently. You're not having to work in such a way that you have to deliver things efficiently. And if it's not your job, like for example, if you're not a top chef, but you really love cooking, if you're not a top chef, if a top chef has the best ovens, the best hobs, the best pots, the best pans, and he's got loads of them, he's got 3 ovens, he's got 6 hobs, and he's got all of that in his restaurant because he's got to deliver stuff quickly and efficiently to make his business more efficient. But you can still cook the same quality of meal if you have the knowledge. You can do it on your basic oven at home with your basic hob and your basic pots and pans, because you have the knowledge. So someone who's into cooking, they don't go out and kit their whole kitchen out at home with 6 ovens and 6 hobs and every single accessory that a restaurant chef would have. No, they don't, but they can still do a good job. And in the same sense as amateur photographers, you don't necessarily need to worry about all the super efficiencies. You're being fooled by the camera manufacturers on, you need this many pixels. We've gone from 12 megapixel to 16 to 18 to 22, up to 56, back down to 18, back up to 24. It's all over the shop because it's all marketing. It's all marketing spiel, okay? None of you, or 90% of you, are not gonna make any difference whether you have a 46 megapixel or an 18 megapixel or a 22 megapixel, because you're never gonna be doing much more with your pictures than putting them in iStock or selling them at best on Getty or things like that, or producing a few nice prints. And you can do that with an 18 megapixel camera. I know because I used to shoot with one, okay? So it's about efficiency. I've got this camera for the same reason the chef has got all of the best equipment at his disposal to make his job easier to do, because he's getting paid for it as a living. They're tools. So if you take this lovely 50 megapixel Hasselblad camera, this is a tool. It's a tool to do a job for product photography, because the images are being blown up to huge sizes for billboards and ad campaigns, and sometimes the art directors want to crop into the images. So it's a tool for a job. So why would you need to go crazy about gear envy if you're not doing it at that level for that job? So often I'm seeing all these questions come in from photographers, and then I look at their portfolios and I think, you are just missing the point. You've got a good camera already, or you can buy that particular camera and spend more money on a lens that will do you a better job. And everyone is freaking out all the time, and we get lots and lots of questions about which camera, which bit of gear, and it's just driving me nuts. Because the reason it drives me nuts is because I know I can go out with this, and if you had what I had in my head, in your head, you could go out with this and do exactly the same thing. So stop going on about the gear and spend some more time shooting, learning, absorbing some knowledge and bettering yourself so that you actually understand what photography is really about. Okay, that was a little rant. I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts on that little rant. And while we're waiting for any of those to come in, let's just take a look. Since we were looking at travel photos there, some of my old travel images, I found this today. This is on the BBC website, BBC News website. They're celebrating the best in travel photography. It's a really nice page. There's some beautiful images here of different people's travel shots from all over the world, different techniques there we can see with the long exposure, the slow shutter speed, some beautiful compositions and juxtaposition and contrast here with the red against the blue. So some really nice inspirational images. Now these guys might have had great gear, they might have had basic gear. For all we know, some of these shots might have been taken on an iPhone, because it's about the story. It's about getting the image and getting the story, being in the right place, understanding the moment, understanding lighting, understanding composition, understanding what it takes to make a good picture. That's what it's about. And okay, I know everyone gets obsessed by gear, right? I must admit, even I do it a bit as well. It's like you see a new lens, you think, oh, what can that do? But realistically, right, I don't have a 5D Mark IV. There's a 5D Mark IV. I haven't got a 5D Mark. I don't need a 5D Mark IV. I've still got this 5D Mark III. I didn't even buy this 5D Mark III for photography per se, because I use mostly the Hasselblad. I bought it because we wanted it for the video capabilities. And now we've superseded the video capabilities on that camera with the Sony A7, which has got better video capabilities. So we haven't bought it from a gear perspective. We've bought it from a performance perspective, from a commercial perspective, from a business perspective. So in terms of gear, I only think of it as tools. Tools to do the job that will allow me to do my job more efficiently and get paid more efficiently, do work better for clients more efficiently. But if you're not doing it at that level, why are you worrying about it and so concerned about it at that level? Okay? That's the main message I want to get across today, is start thinking about the way you think about photography. Start thinking about what is important in an image. Is it about the latest badge or the latest number mark version on your camera, or is it about thinking about how you can get the shot, what you can do to get the shot or make the shot or create the shot, or how you can put yourself at the right place at the right time with the right techniques and the right knowledge? That is absolutely crucial. That's absolutely key. So, right, we have, talking of knowledge, we have this amazing live show coming up on Tuesday. Now, this young lady shoots with 35mm cameras, basic lighting equipment, softboxes, scrims, diffusion, all sorts of stuff that you can sort of deal with yourself. And she makes these amazing food pictures because she knows that what she needs to do is concentrate on the styling, on the preparation, on building the image, building the story. And then just with fairly basic lighting, she's making those amazing pictures. And on Tuesday, we're going to show you exactly how to do it. Anna's going to be joining me and we're going to work through these pictures from scratch, preparing the shots live on Tuesday, a live workshop where you can see Anna making, preparing the food, the styling, and all the important stuff about what makes that picture. So if we look at those pictures, what is it that makes these pictures? It's not whether it's a 6D, a 7D, a D810, a D750. It's not about that at all. Because at that resolution, those pictures could have been taken on a camera from 10 years ago. They could be taken on this F1 film camera. So it's about the knowledge. It's about what do you actually have to do to make the good picture, okay? Not about the gear, it's about the knowledge. So I hope that you can join me on Tuesday with Anna, where we're going to show you exactly how to create these amazing pictures. And they're the sort of pictures that you can actually make in your own home. So if you get the ingredients together, you follow the instructions that she's going to put down for us, you could basically get this stuff, get the props, learn about her tips for styling and the little food tricks that she's going to show us. And this is something you could shoot in your kitchen. This is something that you could do yourself. And I can guarantee you could do it probably with the current camera that you have without worrying about the rest of the gear. Okay, that's it. That's the rant over for today. Thank you for joining me. Oh, actually, no, there's one other thing. Let's just go and have a look over here. I want to show you all the preparation that we've got for the stuff. This is our kitchen. So this is where Anna, look at all this stuff. We've had to start getting all the ingredients because we're doing about 7 or 8 food shoots next week for a bunch of new tutorials on KyleTaylorEducation.com. But one of them is going to go out live on Tuesday for the live show. So we've just basically started getting all the stuff ready. So you don't need to buy this much stuff if you want to do a food shoot. This is because we're doing 8 different styles of food shoots and 8 different food shots next week. But one of them is being broadcast live and you'll see Anna doing the preparation, getting everything ready, and us making the picture. And it's about making the picture. No matter what gear you've got, we'll be able to show you how you can make a great picture. So I hope you can join us Tuesday, the 8th of August, that's next week, next Tuesday, for a live photography show on KyleTaylorEducation.com. Thanks very much for listening. See you.